Hey guys, Dave here from Seafoam Pedals. I am so excited that today and for the month of July we are opening a pre-order for these 2-in-1 expression knob and tap switch control pedals. So these have been custom hydro dipped, and each one is just a little bit different. You can see the variances here. They will all have the same color, but everyone's going to be just a little bit different, the pattern that goes on them, just because of the hydro dipping process. It is such a cool looking pedal. It's been sealed so it's not going to chip off. These knobs are great. It's an aluminum knob. It's really stout. The button is really stout. I've been trying it out for the last 4 to 5 months on my personal pedal board. I've had a working prototype on there and everything is held up beautifully. I've put it through some abuse, so I'm happy to say that it looks like it's going to hold up great, and it works. It functions so well. So I wanted to go ahead and offer these. I want to do a 1-month pre-order. So just the month of July, I'm going to have these open and available for you to pre-order. And then beginning in August, I'll start building them all. These are all handmade. They're hand hydro dipped. And it's really just a kind of a custom work of art. But because I'm saving some costs on here, not having pre-printed and manufactured enclosures like I typically do, what I want to do is I want to give that extra money to a charity. The charity that I've chosen is called Women's Care Medical Center. It is a great resource for moms that need resources, anything from diapers, formula, to counseling. They help moms in need, and I love what they do. I want to support them, and I'll have some more info so that you can check that out later too. And if you want to just give to the charity without buying one of these pedals, that's great. There's a link up on the website. But these pedals, they're going to sell for $70 a piece for the pre-order, and $20 of that is going to go to Women's Care Medical Center. So I'm just really pumped to be able to be working with them on this project and be able to give back to our community and give back to moms, especially moms that need it. That's the charity that we're going to be giving towards, and let's see how the pedals actually work. Right now I've got 2 of these pedals hooked into my board, and this is typically how I use them. I've got this first one hooked into a Line 6 HX Stomp, and what I'm doing with this pedal is with the switch, I'm going back and forth between 2 different amp heads. So I'm turning one amp head on, turning the other off, and flip-flopping back and forth. So I've got a twin reverb and an AC30, and I'm switching amp heads, basically going into one speaker cabinet in this pedal. So, and then with the knob, I'm actually gaining up both of those amp heads, so I can kind of swell in the amount of gain that I want to. And these things are so easy to adjust with your foot too. It's an aluminum knob. It's very stout, but it's got this ridge on the edge, and I don't know if you can see that in the camera here, but it's got a ridge right on the side of it, and it really catches whatever shoe that you're wearing, or if you're not wearing any shoes. If you're playing barefoot, it really catches your foot well too. I've also got a second one hooked into an Eventide H9 here on my board, and what that one's doing is it's cycling up and selecting presets, and then it's also adjusting parameters within those presets. So let's start by looking at the HX Stomp. I'm using my Sur Classic S, and I'm going into a harpoon just for a little bit of drive, and then I've got the HX going direct in. So this is a twin reverb, gain all the way down, and then I'm going to adjust the gain on that. Go gain all the way up. Just by using the knob, I've gained it all the way back down. I'm going to switch over to an AC30 sound now, and then gain that up a little bit. And if I want to switch on the fly back to that twin reverb, I don't have to touch the HX Stomp at all. And you can see on my pedal board, it's on the back of the board. So this is one of those pedals that I don't want to reach over and try to adjust different parameters or set up all the switches on the unit to do what I want. I just want to be able to have a single control pedal that sits kind of on the front of the board for me to be able to adjust all that stuff. So there is that twin reverb, and if I want to switch over to a more gainy sound, I can switch over to the AC30. Kind of more mid-rangey, and this is great for switching back and forth between a verse and a chorus. If I've got this sound for the chorus, and I swell into like a bridge line, like the gain back down for a lighter. So I can go back and forth between sounds pretty quick with that. Let me just leave it here. I'm on the AC30 sound. I was just going to gain it up a little bit just so we can hear it well. And let me go over to what I'm doing on the H9, because this is one effect at a time, so you can only have one sound going at a time. But it's a multi-effect, so you can use a bunch of different sounds. And this unit sounds great. I love the sounds on here. The preset scrolling is something that always just drives me nuts when I'm trying to get to something live. So on the actual unit, you preset with a button, and then you have to select it and turn it on. If you accidentally pass it, you've got to hit this knob and then scroll back down and then select it. It's just, I don't want to say it's a nightmare, but it's like the Twilight Zone when you're trying to do this live. So what I do with the expression knob here and tap switch, I've got the button set to just go up a preset and select that preset. So with one switch, I'm on the next sound and I'm playing it. So this is a tremolo, and with the knob for this tremolo setting, I'm going to adjust a little bit of the mix, but mostly that speed. So I'm going to go from a slower speed like this to kind of medium speed. Gain up the HX Stomp a little bit. Let's go back to the twin reverb and gain that up a little bit. So slow it down. We've got that sound. Let's say I want to get to a different sound like a reverb. So I've got a reverb a couple presets away from this. So I'll press this switch twice. And on the reverb, I'm adjusting mix and decay. So this is a very light reverb. Probably can't even hear that through the video. So I'm going to swell in just a little bit. Go a little bit ambient, you know. And then I can go all the way up to full ambient. I've also got a delay that I've set up with this. So the next preset goes back to the beginning. This is what I call vintage gold. What this does, it's a dual delay, and I've got it just to set up the mix and the repeats on this delay. So if I've got a really gainy sound and I want to do like that Steve Vai, that kind of big lead, like if I want to do that, but I want to go full ambient now with it, I can adjust that mix. And that sound is also great for just doing, you know, kind of really ambient stuff. Back down. So that's kind of an overview of how these pedals work. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some more in-depth videos coming soon for exactly how to set it up with the HX Stomp and exactly how to set it up with the Eventide H9. And these will work with other pedals too. So if you've got a splitter cable like this, you can plug this end into the Seafoam control pedal, and you can use the red side or the ring side for the tap switch, and then you can use the white side, the left side, for the expression. Now these work with pedals that accept a TS, tap tempo, and expression input. So what I could do is I could plug this into a tap tempo pedal. Let's say I've got like a, you know, a Boss DD7 that I wanted to tap a tempo with, and then I also want to plug this into let's say another unit like the HX Stomp and adjust a parameter with it. Or maybe you're old school and you've got old Line 6 M5 that you want to adjust, some expression parameters within. You can definitely work those two pedals by using a splitter cable and coming out of one of these control pedals from Seafoam. So that's how it works with a splitter cable. We'll cover all of that in much more detail later. I just wanted to give you an overview of these pedals and tell you that the pre-order is now open. It's now live, so please go grab one if you want one. See you guys on the other side of this in August, and I hope to see all of the cool things that you're going to do with these pedals. I'm pumped about sending them out there. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for jumping in on this pre-order, and I will see you soon. Bye, y'all.